Alrighty, well here is the big matchup, Triggers Down versus Str8 Rippin. Game 1 of the best of 5 series is going to be capture the flag on Onslaught. Remember, Onslaught is the first of 5 flags, so the team that can score those will win the game. Now this map was created by Str8 and Nexon, and they put hundreds of hours into it. We love you guys, we love all of our forgers in the MLG community. You guys rock, but we're starting this one off with the brand new face that Triggers Down. It's Victory X, the veteran from Agency and the Instinct. And check it out as he starts off in a one-on-one battle versus Neighbor. All 4 down for Str8 Rippin to start this game. This is a huge start for Triggers Down. Way to start off a match, Sonny.
It'll be interesting to see how they try and run this flag here. Maybe not taking a traditional route, trying to get that early score, because Str8 is obviously going to be focused on not letting them get out and doing a good job there bouncing back.
All right, well 3 were down for each team. Fear itself, the last member alive for Triggers Down, was set up top middle. We're watching as Fear is now playing kind of sneaky, trying to sneak in towards B. Dodging grenades, but he's finally taken down by T-Squared. All right, we're jumping back on board with SK, the captain of Triggers Down. He took down Neighbor, and I love how aggressive Triggers Down is playing. It seems that they are swarming this B side of the map, working together, sending 3 strong on B side, and getting into the Str8 Rippin base. You see SK doing exactly that now. He knew that Str8 Rippin is going to be spawning on A. He out-BR'd Neighbor, and now the flag is out once again, taking shots from bottom middle. He's just fake towards A, and now he's going to be able to move behind his teammate, but he is taken down. But Victory X is going to continue the flag run. And now all dead for Str8 Rippin. You hear Victory calling it out. He is doing both objective and main communicator here for his team. And they put it in. That is Triggers Down, scoring 1-0 in under 2 minutes.
Now remember, this is the first of 5. It's not a 3 caps to win series here. Again, Str8's flag out. What Str8 needs to do, Puckett, is they need to stay on their game. They're only down 1 cap here. They're a long way from out of it. They've got to rally and get back on a roll.
All right, well, we have Triggers Down still maintaining control. They've had 2 or 3 down for Str8 Rippin the entire game so far after opening up that game with all 4 down. That was one of the strongest starts in Onslaught's CPF that I've seen. They were unable to score that first flag, but a second attempt definitely brought it home. Victory X putting it in for Triggers Down. It's 1-0, and Victory X is still on top of his game. You see him picking up assists there. He is a back smack there by Elmite Warrior, though. A huge play to stop the momentum of Victory X. All right, well, we are jumping on board now with Neighbor, the player who was so hot on pitch, King of the Hill last game, picking up 31 kills. He's looking to do the same thing here on Onslaught Team. So you see him looking for the spawns. There's SK. SK ready to go right off the spawn. You see him firing off 4 shots really quickly. The flag is out for Str8 Rippin. Legit moving it bottom middle. He was taking a few shots, but Legit is going to be able to put it in. So this is 1-1 as Legit puts it in. It's actually 2-1 rather, as Str8 Rippin still trailing by 1 flag. Legit putting shots on SK. He cleans up that kill. It is 27 minutes left in this game. Str8 Rippin seeming to still just trying to feel out this Onslaught game. They're not quite in motion yet.
You said it, Puckett. Now it seems like they're just trying to find their rhythm, get accustomed with how Triggers is going to play this map, with the setup they're using and the aggression really that Triggers Down has shown them. Because normally we're used to seeing the guys on Str8 being the aggressors and really running across the map and busting through setup.
Well, I'm trying to go to Triggers Down members, but they're all dying as I'm switching to them. SK was in the base and a nice job to take down Neighbor, but he was cleaned up by team captain T-Squared. So T-Squared trying to play a bit of defense here with Legit. Takes down his Str8. And now with 2 of his teammates dead, T-Squared is going to be making a huge play here to stay back at his base and play defense first, then push out as a squad.
Str8 Rippin seems to look like a little different in this match. I mean, within the first 2 minutes, all 4 of them were down consecutively. That's not what they could have expected coming into this game.
Well, you're right, Aaron. Remember, this is a new game type, a new map. This may not be one of the ones they're most comfortable on, but again, in a game like this where you have to get to 5 caps, you can let a little bit of air out before you try and get into your rhythm. You saw it when they were playing TS on Guardians. Maybe that's the same thing here. They're trying to feel Triggers Down out of it.
And speaking of the new map, we had Onslaught in the Meadowlands, but as you've seen, we have done a little bit of interior decorating here. We've thrown up a few new walls, we've added under bases, to both sides of the map, and we're jumping on board now with Neighbor as he is trying to heat things up here for Str8 Rippin, keeping the flag out of the Triggers Down base. But he is going to be taken down as well. We're hopping on board with team captain SK as he is pushing it aggressively here on A side, but Elmite and T-Squared with the double team. Huge play there for Str8 Rippin as they are starting to get their team shot in the second half of this match.
You said it, Puckett. It looks like they're trying to now coordinate their attack rather than running out and just trying to brute force it. I like that for them. But again, right now, I gotta tell you, Victory X seems hot. SK calling it all out. Looks like Triggers Down prepared for this.
Both teams definitely have put in a ton of practice at the metal end. Str8 Rippin definitely not happy with their placing. Triggers Down couldn't have been too frustrated. The only matches they lost were to the tournament champions, but they're looking to tweak their game, get it to the top level, as we saw Neighbor making a huge flag return and then picked up another kill, and now Str8 Rippin is going to be able to do a counter cap. So big play here by Str8 Rippin, and this is going to be a ton of momentum here for the Str8 Rippin squad.
You said this is a backbreaker right here. Neighbor single-handedly returning and then running back for the counter cap. That's the type of thing that Str8 Rippin looked like they needed to energize themselves. Now Triggers Down got to come right back and try and take one for themselves.
All right, well, Neighbor trying to go to work. He is going to be taken down by SK. The last member alive for Str8 Rippin is Legit, and he is trying to stay alive on B side. He was fighting off one player. Victory X was able to push in and clean up the kill. Let's jump on board now, though, Sunnet, with Fear itself, who is trying to do the dirty top middle, the most important part of the map to control here on Onslaught.
I gotta tell you, I love watching this kid play. He has moments of just complete genius. Some of the things he's able to pull off are phenomenal. We saw a little bit of that in the Str8 Championship Series last round. But right now, a little misstep by a Neighbor, but it looks like Str8 Rippin right back in it.
All right, well, that is the second time we've seen a slight flub with the flag out of Neighbor. He is not nearly the objective player that we've seen out of Gotiami and some of the other top objective runners. He's used to the slaying role, but he's doing a pretty good job becoming a more all-around player and running these objectives for Str8 Rippin, because All Might Warrior and Legit are just on fire when it comes to slaying here on Onslaught.
I think, you know, it's right. It's crazy to say, but this guy's so used to taking people's faces that he doesn't know what it feels like to carry a flag.
Not used to that V-button for sure. You see him going up against Hysteria. Well, Hysteria's back anyway. And then check that out, as Fear itself got the first shot, nearly picked up the out BR, but he was taken down, and that is going to allow T-Squared to get into the opponent's base, and Str8 Rippin is continuously putting the pressure on Triggers Down, and they have him in a spawn camp right now.
Remember, if you keep pulling that flag, you're putting the other team on defense. They have to aggressively run out there and try and return it. They can't worry about capping. The one thing Str8 needs to be aware of is the counter cap. If they pull the flag too early or without support, then Triggers Down's going to be in a great position to get that counter cap.
All Might Warrior was taken down inches away from putting the flag in. We got all of Str8 Rippin trying to get back to that flag, but it looks like Victory X is going to push in for the return, stopping Legit at his own base. Huge play out of Victory X. That is what you need out of your new gun.
I love Victory X, man. That guy is a great player. Definitely already fitting in here with Triggers Down. I'm telling you, he's a smart player. He knows what you need to do and when you need to get it done.
All right, well, Triggers Down started off strong. They opened it up with 2 flag caps, and then Str8 Rippin came charging back. It's now 3-2. Str8 Rippin with control. Triggers Down, however, is trying to establish map control here. Victory X pushing into the base, and he is getting some help there from Fear itself on A side. We're going to crank up the player audio so you can get in to the game with both of these teams.
Corner.
In front of our base.
In front of our base. They're going top A, top A. This guy top A right now. Two top mid, A and B. He got a B corner, Neighbors one hit, Neighbors one hit, B corner. I got him. No, he's out of flag, one shot. Out of flag, one shot.
We gotta get up top. RB, turn around. Well, Str8 Rippin just put in a 4th flag. We're going to be jumping back on board with T-Squared, and he is still at the Triggers Down base. He has been spawn camping for the last 5 minutes.
I love to see that kind of play out of T-Squared. And he's still there. They know he's there. They got to get him out of there, Puckett. They have no chance if he's just sitting there raining shots down on him on spawn. Meanwhile, his teammates, they're down, but he's still sitting there being the aggressor.
You heard Rippin calling out saying we got to kill the guys in our base. There's only one guy. It was T-Squared. He must have felt like there was 3 or 4 guys.
You're right, Aaron, because T-Squared can play big sometimes, and that's what he was doing right there. And here's another guy who can play big, legit.
Well, T-Squared was doing a big thing there. He was relocating every single time he picked up a kill. That causes confusion amongst Trigger Down. Unless they're following him on their death stream, they have no clue where those shots are coming from. And when they're respawning, they're looking in the wrong place. T-Squared doing a great job to move around the map, you know, making the most out of the new geometry of this new onslaught. Well, that's 3 down for Str8 Rippin. We're going to jump on board with Hysteria, who's got a flag out. Actually, we're going to stay on Legit, who's going to try and stop this flag.
Guys, with the new map here, this big tweak, how much more difficult is it than some of the stuff that people can get at home when they pick up their copy? Like, is this a notch above MLG caliber difficulty?
Well, the thing about these maps and these game types is that they are built for competition. So this is not about everyone having a shot. It's about the best player winning. It's about balance. It's about using strategy and teamwork. So you know what? For the casual player, it takes a little while to get accustomed to that. But what we find is if you love to play the game, most people will love to play the game this way, because this is when you win a game like this, you're able to really say, you know what? Oh, I beat you, I'm better. Just like Hysteria being better right there.
Heating it up there. He picked up the beatdown, picking up a clutch headshot for the double kill. Now, we didn't call it, but Triggers Down did score a 3rd flag. It is 4-3, 2 flags left for Triggers Down, just 1 flag left for Str8 Rippin, and it looks like 3 are down for Str8, and Triggers Down is going to be pushing into the base. As you see, Fear himself running that flag bottom middle. Hysteria trying to be his lead bodyguard. Fear himself got the flag all the way back to the base, but Elmite Warrior stopped it short, and a clutch play there from Victor X to grab the flag, stopping it from being returned. And now with 3 down, Hysteria is going to be able to finally put it in. It's all tied up. This is now sudden death. The next flag will win. Triggers Down has to be careful of a counter cap straight. Well, here's Hysteria cleaning up a kill, top B, now going up against Neighbor, getting some help there as Neighbor is taken down. That is 4 down for Str8 Rippin. Triggers Down is in a great position for a new flag cap. Yep, Fear itself has got the flag moving. Hysteria trying to cover it once again. Legit bottom middle, but SK is going to pick up the kill, and now the flag is in Hysteria's hands. He is taken down. We're going on board with Elmite, who is getting the flag return, and a clutch play there from Elmite and Str8 Rippin. Now he's got the counter cap going. Here we go for Str8 Rippin. That's what they were waiting for. You saw Elmite checking the score to see how many were dead. Only 2 were down. Waiting for a moment. Now he's going back out with 2 down for Triggers Down once again. Hysteria stopped the flag. He's going in for the flag return. And he picks up the kill on Legit. Huge play there, but the flag is still in play. It's in the hands of Neighbor, who picked up the double kill, and he is going to end it. He is stopped short. T-Squared coming in to score, and there it is. Oh! Yes! Beat down with the flag, and T-Squared, the captain, picks up the kill. Str8 Rippin is hyped.
Oh my! What a finish!